We're talking. We know that law abhors morality. We know that. But be that as it may, laws made within a state must meet the tenets of social justice. They must meet the tenets of social justice. Otherwise, we will be in a state of nature where life is brutish, short, and destructive. What are we talking about?
In my opinion,
there are other people in this group, and aside from that, the president and his handlers even goofed. They were even granting pardon to people who have been pardoned previously. That shows that this whole thing was a macabre dance.
In my opinion, the yardstick for grant of pardon should ordinarily be that the person is truly repentant, and then some form of exemplary work. Some form, maybe an ex-convict, a criminal,
repentance and your morality,
that has repented and that probably has engaged in selfless service, maybe humanitarian, some form of humanitarian work or something. It depends on the circumstance of the case.
What has Alabesi done? What has he done?
Those should be the
what has he done?
Now, the people that what has he done
to warrant him being given an
You've heard the presidential media team say that Alamisi was instrumental to.
No, these are clean-up jobs.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Ruben Abati, who said that the Nigerian project is a big contract. Today he's wearing a new garb and he has eaten the humble pile and he's talking.
They have given you reasons why Alamisi was granted pardon. That he was instrumental.
Those reasons are not tenable.
That he was instrumental.
They are not. They only doing their job for the to make the
Alamisi did not contribute to peace in Nigeria. You can say that for sure. Are you sure about that?
Did he grant amnesty to Nigeria militants?
No, he brought.
If
the same militants who vandalized oil pipelines, kidnapped people, and some people were even killed, could be granted amnesty, could be shielded from prosecution, and then somebody who was instrumental to that act is now granted pardon for a crime which he has served he served his time for. And people are wasting their energy and saying they want to go and protest.
No, we are not wasting energy. Because I cry for this country.
This is not an issue.
I am crying for this country because
it's not an issue
of the younger generation.
It's not an issue we should be crying for.
This is not an issue we should be crying for.
Yes, I just have to recall.
There's no reason to cry.
No, we are deepening corruption in the system.
I don't understand how. How would you see? Alamisi has been convicted. He has served his time.
It has made no sense.
He's a free man.
It has made no sense of the EFCC. It has made no sense of the ICP.
How?
It has made no sense of every fight against corruption in this country.
He did a beautiful job by convicting Alamisi. He has served his time. The only issue is that the crown of ex-convict is hovering over his head, and he has applied to the president that, Mr. President.
He has applied.
I'm just saying that.
Okay.
That's probably what would have happened. That, oh, Mr. President, I'm sorry I committed this offense. I've done this, I've done that. I've done this.
Okay.
And they considered it. The council said considered it.
The pardon granted.
And then they're like, okay, Alamisi should be included in those that we're giving pardon. Because of his exemplary work.
Nepotism and nothing short of that.
No, even though he has served his time, he has
finished his time.
He has finished his time.
It's not like
what are the indices of penitence? That is a big question.
Alamisi has said this. He has done it.
Fine.
He has done it too. He was
Did they not? They went into plea bargain.
Oh my God, that's not an issue we should be discussing here. The method through which he got his punishment is not the issue here.
Can I bring a high level to this?
Bring it in. Let me hear.
Hugo Chavez of Venezuela just died last week or 2 weeks back. Do you see the show of affection and love for him from the people, from his people? It's likened to the hue and cry we're having here over Alamisi's pardon.
Go to Yenegoa with Alamisi on the streets and call
Nigeria is a comedy of errors.
And see what happens to you.
All right. Well, we're rounding up here. Let me just take these 2 tweets, then both of you will give your closing statement. Esang Smart says, Arinze, you're doing a good job. President Bill Clinton pardoned his own brother for drug offenses. Let's focus on more serious issues. Thumbs up to you from Esang Smart. Buchi Ogba says, corruption will never cease in Nigeria. The pardon is a show of impunity. We are finished. Shokuntoye says, President Jonathan himself identified corruption as the biggest problem affecting Nigeria, so how does he justify the pardon? Kuku FR says, did Shagari act well in granting state pardon to Ojukwu, who took up arms against the state? He sent that again and again. Says, did Abdul Salam act
purely political?
Did Abdul Salam act right in granting state pardon to OBJ, who attempted to forcefully change government?
He wanted to make a change. He wanted to make a change. And up till this moment, nobody has proved the fact that Obasanjo took that step at the time he was convicted with Major General Shehu Yaradua.
What you are doing, you are saying this side of the matter, you are saying this.
No.
You are saying that
this is political. We're talking about political. The issue with Alamet here is a tincture of corruption, crime.
No, corruption. That means corruption is higher than treason.
No.
Let me.
Abacha wanted to put those who were against him under the cooler.
The punishment of treason is death.
All right, gentlemen.
Why did they go to prison? Why were they not convicted?
We would have to.
But
your closing statement.
Yeah, I want to make a statement.
Now.
Yes. Our problem in this country is not facing the truth. Our problem in this country is a problem of failure of leadership. And our problem in this country, that failure of leadership has led to inept corruption that will never abate unless there is a change. If young generations like my young man here is still talking the way he's talking, I pity this country. It's a pity.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
Your time.
The issue here is on the rancor that has been raised on the issue of pardon to GSP Alamisia. I do not think that we need to waste our time. I'm saying that for the often time. We shouldn't waste our time on that issue. It was done legally, within the ambits of the law.
Okay.
Regardless of the intention of the president. He has given reasons. He even went far to give it. He's not obliged to give us reasons.
All right, your time's up. I need to give this people on Twitter a quick opportunity here. Sanuzvo says, we need presidential pardon here. Poverty, hunger, unemployment, and corruption. Exactly. And Bulama. That's Sanuzvo. Wekun says, what lessons will the younger generation learn if by chance GSP is elected to Senate and he becomes Senate President? Bukayo 01 says, with pardon for alarms and shield on Maina, FG is telling the youth to steal whenever. That is the signal we're getting as youth. High Flyer says, going by the positive reception by Biafrans themselves, the aspiration of social justice has been met. Accept Solution says, this is very interesting. He's watching from Canada. It says, we as Nigerians are not realistic about issues. Royal Consort, if someone that executed a coup can be pardoned, why can't a person who has repented from his corrupt practices be pardoned? Well, I'm afraid I have to let it go here. Thank you so much, Uche Chibogo, for coming on the program. Thank you. And Arinze Abiakam, thank you for coming on the program.
Thank you.
And you all, thank you for letting us be a part of your evening to bring you another edition of the program. Have yourself